Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Remy and thank you for joining me on today's journey into the Metaverse. Today I'll be going over my favorite Metaverse projects going into 2022. First off, I want to bring up as an honorable mention Vivi. Now Vivi doesn't have a Metaverse project yet per se, but it is an NFT project with very high quality collectibles and they're licensed by big IPs, which is why I am a big fan. With IPs like Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Ultraman, USPS, Coca-Cola, the list goes on, these NFTs are a lot better than the two-dimensional profile picture projects you're seeing on OpenSea. These are 3D statue collectibles or posters or comic books by the actual franchises themselves that you can eventually, they're in the Mutable X migration right now, you'll be able to pull these NFTs off the platform and put them in other metaverses. So let's say one metaverse is on Immutable X and Vivi's on Immutable X. Immutable X is the second layer of Ethereum, so it's essentially just the Ethereum blockchain. I'll be able to take Vivi's NFTs, their collectibles per se, and I'll take them off the platform and I'll be able to put them into the other metaverse. And let's say I have a house and some digital real estate in this metaverse, well I can bring these collectibles to show them off and sell in this other metaverse that's not on Vivi, which is why I think Vivi is a great project to look into. Vivi right now has a mobile app. They do not have a website where you can purchase these NFTs. The app for iOS and Android, it's super easy to learn. I highly recommend checking it out. Alright, now onto the Metaverse projects. Coming in 5th place, we have Phantom Galaxies, and this is a gaming-based Metaverse. The pre-alpha for Phantom Galaxies was released and playable, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed the gameplay. It is a space-based game where you have mechs and spaceships flying around in planets and space stations, player versus player combat and player versus environment combat. One big downside of Phantom Galaxies is it is on the Ethereum blockchain. Gas fees extremely high. I'm personally not a big fan of Ethereum, which is why I have it low on the list. Within Phantom Galaxies, you'll be able to own space stations, spaceships, mechs, and planets. And there will be businesses within the game that you can own. So if you want to invest in the land, I would say purchase a planet where you can have, operations, mining, cargo delivery, just anything that you can dream of a space game would have a business-wise. If you own the land and you have these businesses on the land, that's generating passive income. But one thing about a space-based game is that these NFTs can be destroyed. So let's say you're playing the game and you have a spaceship and you're flying around the spaceship and you go to player versus player combat and they destroy your spaceship, that NFT is burned and you lose your asset. So gaming metaverses are a little more risky depending on the metaverse, because in certain gaming metaverses, you will be able to purchase land in basically safe zones. Safe zones is where NFTs can't be destroyed. So if you've purchased a planet and put it in a safe zone, well then your planet won't be destroyed and all your businesses on it will be safe, but the earnings will be lower because you're taking less risk. Let's say you're a gamer and you really like Phantom Galaxies. Well, you purchase, maybe a fleet or a bunch of ships and you go up with your friends and you go into the risky areas, high risk, high reward. Anything that you're earning in Phantom Galaxies will be an NFT. So let's say I'm mining an asteroid and I get some crystals. Those crystals are NFTs and you can resell on a secondary market, and those crystals will have utility within the game, so people will be incentivized to purchase those crystals. So this is going to be a gaming metaverse. Phantom Galaxies at number 5. In 4th place, we have Genopets. And Genopets I like for 2 reasons. One, it's a move to earn game. The game is kind of like Pokemon Go, where you have a creature that you can mint or create based on your personality, or you can purchase a creature with higher abilities, higher XP, and the way to level up your creature is by moving in real life. So let's say you're going on a run or you're driving your car, you're getting your creature experience points, which levels them up. And with that creature, you can battle other players. And it's kind of like Pokemon Go before Pokemon came out. And I will say, when Pokemon releases their own metaverse, Genopets will probably not do so hot because it is essentially kind of a Pokemon Go. But the reason I think it's a great project is because 1, it's on the Solana blockchain, super low gas fees, and 2, it's obviously the first move to earn game coming out. So might as well get into the metaverse, take profits while you can, while these bigger IPs develop their metaverses, and then pull out before it's too late. In Genopets, you can purchase land and you will get boosted rewards for holding that land, and you can also rent out that land to other people. So if you want to have a creature and level them up faster, you need to have property in Genopets. They haven't released the property yet. I'll have a link to all of these metaverses down below. Coming in third place is TCG World. And yes, TCG trading card game, this is their metaverse. Their token is TCG 2.0. With the token from that metaverse, you'll be able to purchase real world assets from TCG. Now, TCG World is your standard metaverse project. You'll be able to own property in certain sections, kind of like Sandbox and Decentraland, and build on that property to advertise, run businesses, socialize, make super cool housing, as well as there's creatures in the game, kind of again like a Pokemon, where you can go and capture, and they're all NFTs, so you can sell the creatures or you can use the creatures and increase their value by playing with them and increasing their experience points. In the game, you'll be able to battle with other players using your creatures to earn rewards. There's a TCG arena within the game where you can go and they'll host tournaments and events, including live card events. So for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh!, when there's an actual real life card event, you'll be able to go into the metaverse, into TCG World, and they will host that event live within their metaverse. So it's a really cool project. It's kind of like Decentraland and Sandbox, but the reason I do not like those projects is, one, the entry fee is super high, and two, if you've played the game, you would know it is not a great game. TCG World just released their trailer and it looks a lot more fleshed out than Sandbox and Decentraland, so I'm expecting big things. The only flaw I have with this project is that it is on the BNB blockchain, which isn't much better than Ethereum. I do not think BNB and Ethereum are good blockchains for games to be built on, strictly because the gas fees are so high. Why would I want to purchase a $3 character in the game and then pay $60, $70, $80, $90 in gas? Makes no sense. It's not even reasonable for people, which is why I prefer Solana. Coming in second place is Star Atlas, and Star Atlas is kind of like Phantom Galaxies, where it's a space-based game. It's going to be faction-oriented, so there's 3 factions, and you can choose your faction. There's over $60 million worth of assets held by players already in Star Atlas, and the game hasn't even released yet. The game is coming out Q3 of this year. In this game, you can purchase planets, spaceships, avatars, and a bunch of other things that you would be able to purchase in a game, and all of these are NFTs. Right now in Star Atlas, I can purchase a spaceship and use that spaceship to do missions. I'm basically mining Atlas token. Star Atlas has 2 tokens, Atlas token, which is their in-game currency, and Polis token, which is their governance token. The reason Star Atlas is so much higher than Phantom Galaxies is because it is on the Solana blockchain. The best ways to invest in Star Atlas is, 1, if you're a gamer, you can use the ships and obviously play the game. For these gaming metaverses, the best way to generate the most returns is to actually play the game. You are going to have to team up with other players to be effective. But let's say you want to purchase these assets but not actually play the game. Well, if you purchase a planet, you'd be able to rent that planet out to people or corporations, and they can build on that planet and you'd be generating returns with that. Or you can purchase spaceships and rent those spaceships out for people to use. You can sponsor gamers. And the returns that the gamers generate, you can get returns on those. But again, that's a third-party thing. You would have to set that up between yourself and a gamer. Coming in at number 1, of course, it's Upland. And the reason I like Upland so much is because it's linked to real-world addresses, it's partnered with the NFL, and it's going to be the more business and shopping side of the metaverse. So far I've covered a lot of metaverse gaming projects. Star Atlas, Phantom Galaxies, Genopets, even TCG World. Those are all things that you play a game, and it's not really business oriented. There will be gamification within Upland, but mostly it's going to be like a normal economy. Upland is the game where you'll be able to put on your VR glasses, walk down through a city, and you'll see a Macy's, a Walmart, then you'll see a different in-game business. You'll be walking around, you'll be interacting with people, you'll be social. In order to get from Nashville to New York, you have to take a plane. People can own the plane terminals. I mean, there's so much in this game already. So in Upland, if you want to purchase property and put an apartment house on it, well, you can release that apartment house out to people's avatars because they'll have to have a place to stay within the metaverse, and that's passive income. When you purchase these properties, you're getting passive income. Let's say you build a business and you commission people to sell items through your business, that's passive income. There's so many great ways to earn in Upland, and it's also extremely fun. I mean, just imagine you'll be walking down with your glasses on, your VR glasses, walking down the city, and you'd be like, you know what? I own this city. These plots of land are mine, and people are interacting and using your city, using your land, and that's all generating returns. Like right now, I can go to the Chicago Bears football stadium, and if I purchase that stadium and own that property where it's at, I'll get skybox seats at the Chicago Bears game. That's pretty cool. I'm sure soon when you link real world assets to NFTs, you'll be able to sell those in Upland as well. So let's say you have a business, you're a small business, and you have some clothing, and you link that clothing to an NFT, and you sell it within Upland. Well, when you purchase that NFT within Upland, then you can get shipped that item. So it's kind of like shopping on Amazon, but instead of, just scrolling through a website, you're actually walking around this beautiful virtual store, and you're selecting items, and some of the items may be linked to real world assets, and some of the items may be just for that metaverse. There'll be, all sorts of things to purchase. Possibilities are really endless. Now, Upland has 2 tokens, Spark and UPX, and actually neither of them are tokenized yet, which means you can't purchase them on exchanges. You can only purchase them with USD, but they are currently in the process of being tokenized. What's beautiful about Upland is that they can make bridges to all these different blockchains. I mean, all these other projects can as well, but they aren't doing it. Upland is actually actively bridging themselves to multiple blockchains in order to be cross-compatible, which is essentially what metaverses have to do to stay alive. In order for a metaverse to stay alive, they must be cross-compatible with every other metaverse. If metaverses aren't cross-compatible, they won't make it. I will be doing videos on every single one of these projects in the future because I'm personally in all of them. So if you guys want to keep up to date on those projects, I'll be constantly posting videos. So hit that subscribe button and the like button. It would really mean a lot. If you have any questions, always feel free to comment them. I love to respond to questions. Have a good day.